Florida Atlantic and Charlotte. We've got FAU 6-point road favorites here, 55 being the total in this one. We've got the Florida Atlantic Owls. It's very, very interesting here that we've seen the money move in the direction it has. Florida Atlantic coming off a 31-14 loss to UAB in their game before the bye. Charlotte is also coming into this game off a bye week, 45-33 win against Florida International. They won and covered for me at Illinois, stepping up in class a little bit against, I know it's not a great Big Ten team, but you go on the road against Illinois and you hang in there, you only lose by 10. You're doing something right. And I like Chris Reynolds, the quarterback for Charlotte. I've said this before many times. I think he's a pretty good quarterback, at least for Conference USA standards. He certainly is. He's capable. He's got a good arm. He's got good talent at wide receiver, including Victor Tucker, who's been absolutely terrific, in his career here with the Charlotte team. So there's a lot to like here in terms of the way this team has played, offensively. And the question is, will they be able to keep it up here in this one against the Florida Atlantic Owls? That's going to end up being the question. Florida Atlantic has been one of these Jekyll and Hyde type of teams. N'Kosi Perry and Nick Tronti. Willie Taggart's kind of been going back and forth with these two at the quarterback spot. Of course, we remember Perry from the Miami days, transferred to Florida Atlantic. So it's going to be interesting to see. But like I said, with Florida Atlantic, it's been a good game, a bad game, a good game, a bad game. And to be honest with you, the good games weren't really against great competition. Georgia Southern, Fordham, FIU's had a pretty disappointing year overall. And then when they played UAB, they got crushed. They played Air Force, they got crushed. And obviously they struggled against Florida the first game of the year. You look at Charlotte, you can argue the schedule's not been the toughest, but when they've been at home this year, they won outright as dogs against Duke, won and covered against Weber State, or Gardner-Webb, rather. Middle Tennessee State, they win that game 42-39. So this has been a team that's played good football at home. I'm looking at the home dog with the points here, to be honest with you. I like this Charlotte group, +6 at home. Both teams off a bye, so there is no situational edge. Both teams are coming off a bye week. I'm going to take my chances here. And to be honest with you, when I'm talking about from a coaching standpoint here, Willie Taggart with the bye week, do I necessarily trust him? Not necessarily when we're talking about him with the bye week coming up here. I think from an X's and O's standpoint, he can get got, if you will, sometimes. So it really wouldn't shock me to see Will Healy, who I think is a pretty solid coach, maybe have the better of it in terms of getting his team prepped, and ready for this game. So give me Charlotte here, +6. What do you like here, C-Mac, FAU and Charlotte?
Yeah, going through this last night, I think FAU is a little bit of the better team. Now, I don't know, 6 points on the road. I'm not so sure here. I think they played a little bit better competition and played those teams better, whether it was losing to Air Force or Florida. But I like UNC. If I don't think this gets, I want over a touchdown, just to feel a little bit better in this game. You talked about Reynolds has been pretty good for Charlotte. They won before you got the push, like you talked about against Illinois. So I'm a lean on the home dog as well. I just need a little bit more to get involved. So I'll wait or I'll just stay off here. And I think it can get or maybe over. I mean, these teams, if they get together, I don't know. Maybe the totals will stay off as well.
Yeah, it's Charlotte definitely. I mean, Illinois, we knew that game was going to stay under. That's just the way Illinois plays. But other than that, we had an 81-point game with Charlotte and Middle Tennessee. We had a 78-point game with Charlotte and Florida International a couple weeks ago, and I was on the over in that Charlotte FIU game. So I'm with you. I would lean over if I'm going to bet the total here at 55.5. That is where the total is for this one.